Most people die long before they're buried, and the weapon that kills them is a tiny, ordinary word. No, you don't notice it at first. It feels harmless, safe, sensible. But over time, it becomes your invisible prison. Every time life whispered, "Take the risk," you said no. Every time love reached out its hand, you said no. Every time opportunity knocked at your door, you locked it and threw away the key. And slowly, without even realizing, you strangled your own destiny. No to risk. Because you feared failure more than you craved victory. No to love. Because rejection scared you more than loneliness. No to adventure. Because comfort felt easier than courage. No to opportunity. Because deep down, you never believed you were worthy of it. And here's the brutal truth. Every no you said, it was to yourself. You weren't protecting your life. You were murdering it. Look at your life right now, every regret you carry, every dream you abandoned, every chance you never took. They all died at the hands of no. No was the slowest, quietest suicide you ever committed. A betrayal disguised as safety. But life doesn't give a damn about your excuses. It only rewards the wolves. The ones who dare to say yes. Yes to risk. Yes to chaos. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the version of themselves that terrifies them. Because only yes tears down your cage. Only yes unlocks the storms where growth is born. Only yes throws you into the arena where kings are forged. So let me ask you this, brother. Are you going to keep worshiping at the altar of no? Are you going to keep shrinking, hiding, betraying yourself until there's nothing left but dust? Or will you finally have the balls to say yes? Yes to risk. Yes to rejection. Yes to becoming unstoppable. And claim the life that was always meant to be yours? The truth is simple. No makes you a slave. Yes makes you a god. And then one day, they look back and realize they didn't just say no to opportunities. They said no to growth. They said no to freedom. They said no to love, to adventure, to becoming more than who they were. Every single no was a brick. And brick by brick, they built the prison they now live in, a cage of missed chances, regrets, and silent desperation. They thought they were protecting themselves. But in reality, they were slowly killing themselves. Not with a gun, not with poison, but with the quiet suffocation of a life unlived. And that's the tragedy of the safe path. It doesn't explode. It doesn't scream. It just whispers maybe later until your whole damn life is gone. And then one day, you wake up old, broken, empty, realizing you didn't lose life in one big moment. You bled it out in tiny drops, every single time you said no. In Jim Carrey's Yes Man, we don't just meet a character, we meet a mirror. A man who exists but does not live. He wakes, he works, he pays, he sleeps. That's it. Not a heartbeat of passion. Not a spark of fire. Just a body moving through time. And the terrifying part? That's not just him. That's millions. That's you if you're not careful. Living in invisible prisons. The prison of comfort, of fear, of playing small. It looks safe. It feels predictable. But it's nothing more than a slow death sentence, dressed as a normal life. Then, a moment happens. A flicker, a choice, a whisper from life itself. He dares to say one word. One small, dangerous, rebellious word. Yes. And that word, that single yes, it doesn't just change a moment. It detonates his entire existence. Here's what most people never realize. Every yes is a doorway to a version of yourself you've never met. Say yes to adventure, and you unlock experiences that textbooks, routines, and daydreams could never give you. Say yes to risk, and you awaken a strength that has been buried, suffocated under years of fear. Say yes to the unknown, and suddenly, you meet the raw, unchained self, the one your excuses have been strangling since the day you were born. Because the brutal reality is this: life doesn't kill the risk takers. Life kills the hesitators. It doesn't destroy the ones who dare. It destroys the ones who stay still. It crushes the ones who wait for the right time. It buries the cowards who say no, again and again, until their final breath is nothing but regret. Look around you. Every legend, every giant, every story you've ever admired. Do you know what it started with? Not luck. Not perfect timing. Not guarantees. It started with a yes. Yes to pain. Yes to uncertainty. Yes to rejection. Yes to humiliation. Yes to sacrifice. Yes to becoming a creature the old version of them would never even recognize. Because destiny doesn't knock twice. Opportunities don't wait for you to feel ready. Life whispers every single day, here. This is your chance, take it. But most people, they're too busy drowning in fear, hiding in routines, saying no because no feels safe. And safety? Safety is the cage. Safety is the reason you'll live 80 years but never truly live a single day. So here's the real test, the one question that splits the weak from the strong. How much longer will you keep saying no to the fire burning in your chest? How much longer will you keep denying yourself the life you secretly crave? The life you know deep down is meant for you? Or will you finally say it? Not tomorrow. Not later. Not when it's convenient. Now, say yes. Say yes to life. Say yes to fear. Say yes to the chaos. Say yes to the pain that will carve you into something unstoppable. And when you do, watch how the world bends, how your blood burns, how your entire existence catches fire. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit. The word yes is not just a choice. It's a weapon. And in the hands of the brave, it forges legends. You see, fear disguised as logic whispers in your head every single day. Don't do it. Stay safe. Don't risk it. What if you fail? What if they laugh at you? But here's the unfiltered truth. Safe is not safe. Safe is where your soul goes to suffocate. Safe is the coffin you willingly climb into while your heart is still beating. Safe is the invisible leash tied around your neck, making sure you never run too far, never roar too loud, never live. And the most brutal part? You call it being realistic. You dress your fear in a suit, polish it with logic, and convince yourself it's wisdom. But it's not wisdom, it's self-burial. It's you digging your own grave with excuses, lowering yourself in, and calling it responsibility. The system loves when you play safe. It thrives on it. It doesn't want wild men. It doesn't want lions. It wants obedient cattle. It wants you predictable, muted, compliant. It wants you dreaming in silence but acting in chains. Because a safe man is a predictable man, and a predictable man is a controlled man. Every single time you obey that voice of fear, every time you nod along and submit to logic, you hand over a piece of yourself. One piece today, another tomorrow, until one day you don't even exist. You're not alive, you're just functioning. A breathing, smiling, perfectly programmed machine. And here's the dagger most people will never face. That voice in your head, telling you to stay safe, isn't protecting you. It's murdering you, slowly. It's the executioner disguised as your friend. It's death with a soft tone, lulling you to sleep before it strangles you. So ask yourself right now, are you truly living? Or are you just avoiding death while already dead inside? Because here's the reality. Life doesn't belong to the cautious. It belongs to the ones who risk, who leap, who step into chaos uninvited. It belongs to the ones who say yes when the world screams no. It belongs to the insane who dare to taste fire, bleed for their dream, and gamble everything on the chance of freedom. Everyone else? They just rot politely. They die with clean hands, chained smiles, and wasted potential. And the saddest part, they think that's normal. So the next time fear whispers its poison in your head, remember this. That voice is not your protector. It's your prison guard. The only way out, the only way, is to disobey it, to spit in its face, to walk into the storm instead of hiding under the roof. Because yes is not just a word. Yes is a rebellion. Yes is a declaration of war against the life they programmed for you. Yes is the only path to living before you die. Most people think saying no keeps them safe. They think rejection, hesitation, and delay protect them from pain. But in truth, saying no is the slowest form of death. Every no is another lock on the cage you built around yourself. Every no is another shovel of dirt burying your dreams alive. And one day you wake up, realizing you never lived. You only existed. But the ones who break that cycle, the ones who escape this invisible prison of mediocrity, are the ones who dare to whisper the most dangerous word in history. Yes. Yes. I'll take the risk. Yes, I'll walk into the storm while everyone else clings to shelter. Yes. I'll carve my own path, even if the world mocks me. Yes. I'll live fully, wildly, unapologetically. Because here's the brutal truth. The safe path doesn't exist. Playing small has never protected anyone from failure. In fact, it guarantees the most painful failure of all: regret. A yes is not just a word. It's a psychological weapon. It's a rebellion against fear, against conformity, against the weak voice inside you that says, stay comfortable. A yes is a declaration of war against mediocrity. It's the knife that slices through hesitation. It's the fire in your lungs when the world tries to suffocate you. It's the moment you stop waiting to be chosen and finally choose yourself. Most people rot while they're still breathing. Why? Because they spent their lives saying no. No to opportunities. No to love. No to their own potential. And then they lie on their deathbed wondering why life slipped away. But every single extraordinary life you admire, every legend, every empire, every revolution began the same way, with someone insane enough to say yes when the rest of the world screamed no. So I'll ask you, how much longer will you betray your own greatness? How many dreams are you going to kill with another no? Or are you ready, right now, to risk everything for the life you were born to live? Because the moment you start saying yes, you stop surviving and start living. You stop being ordinary and start becoming unstoppable. And from that moment forward, every yes you give is another bullet fired at average. And brother, war is the only place where greatness is born. So here's my challenge to you. Every second you say no to life, you're signing a death certificate for your future self. You're not rejecting an opportunity, you're rejecting the person you could have become. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated, second-guessed, stayed in your little cage of comfort? That's not safety. That's self-destruction in slow motion. Comfort is the most decorated coffin ever built, and most people are already lying in it, smiling, thinking they're alive. But you're not like them. You weren't born to be another obedient worker bee, nodding along while the system drains you of your soul. You were born to be the one who breaks scripts, rewrites the story, and terrifies the entire machine. You're not a background extra in someone else's movie. You're the main character, and here's the truth they'll never tell you. The script doesn't move forward until you say yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to pain. Yes to the nights where your mind is screaming but your vision won't let you quit. Yes to the version of yourself that keeps you up at night, the monster, the genius, the unstoppable beast you've been too afraid to unleash. Because here's the nightmare you're avoiding. The world doesn't wait for your permission. Time doesn't pause because you're scared. Either you evolve or you're erased. Period. And since I don't give a damn about your excuses, I built the weapons you need. The ultimate blueprint and world domination blueprint for free. Because your excuses are worthless. Mastering motivation and the authority. The books that will rip apart your weak identity, rewire your brain, forge iron discipline, and make you unstoppable. At the controversial 100.gumroad.com. These aren't guides. These aren't friendly little self-help tips. These are bombs. Ammunition. Tools to dismantle the fake version of you and forge the real one. So when life comes pounding on your door, and it will, if your answer isn't yes, then don't cry, don't beg, don't whine when the world forgets you ever existed. Because history doesn't remember the cowards who said no. It only remembers the psychopaths who said yes and built empires out of the ashes.